So the game I'm playing today is called Super Pac-Man. Yes, 2 games in a row I've covered so far whose titles begin with the word super. Now before I get to describing what exactly this game is, I want to start the video off by saying this. This is not the video that I was initially going to be uploading today. The video that I was intending on recording after Super Win the Game had nothing to do with Pac-Man. In fact, it didn't even have anything to do with retro games. I was originally going to be covering a critically acclaimed, narrative-driven indie game, whose name I don't want to give away just yet because I want it to be a surprise to you guys. I don't like spoiling that stuff ahead of time. That video will probably still be arriving sometime in the future. However, I decided to change my plans for today because, as you guys may or may not know, today, as in the day that I'm recording this video, because this will not be the case by the time this video goes live, but at the time that I am recording this video, today is the 40-year anniversary of the release of the original Pac-Man. Pac-Man is of course one of the most successful and iconic arcade games of all time. A game that seemingly just invaded pop culture out of nowhere back in the early 80s. And I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with the premise by now. It's a maze game where you play as the titular Pac-Man, and you have to consume every single pac-dot in each maze, including the power pellets, while outrunning 4 multicolored ghosts. As the levels progressed, the ghosts became much faster, and the power pellets were nowhere near as effective as they were in the earlier levels. Of course, Pac-Man did not have an ending, so the only real objective was to try and get the highest score possible, or try and beat other people's high scores on the local leaderboards. You know, pretty much the entire premise of every single arcade game back in the early 80s. And of course, if you were skilled enough to make it all the way to level 256, well, congratulations, you broke the entire cabinet. Indeed, the limitations of 8-bit technology, huh? Although Pac-Man's premise was pretty simple looking back at it now, it was considered groundbreaking for its time, especially where video game artificial intelligence was concerned. Each of the 4 ghosts in Pac-Man had their own unique form of AI, effectively giving them their own personality. Blinky, the red ghost, would hunt down Pac-Man directly. Pinky and Inky, the pink and blue ghosts respectively, would try to ambush Pac-Man around corners, although Inky's method of ambush was slightly different than Pinky's. And Clyde, the orange ghost, was by far the dumbest of the group, usually choosing to go after Pac-Man directly, but often running away if Pac-Man got too close. Pac-Man was a very unique game for its time, and it still is even today. Although the game was relatively successful in Japan, where it first debuted, it didn't really become a cultural phenomenon in that country. At least not at the time. However, that was not the case at all in North America. The game was an astounding success in the United States, and it helped to cement Pac-Man's place in popular culture. Americans in particular were absolutely enamored with this game back in the early 80s, so much so that there was actually a chart-topping song written about Pac-Man. And it's actually pretty catchy. I'm not gonna play it here for copyright reasons, of course, but you can go seek out the song yourself if you want to listen to it that badly. However, as you may have already been able to deduce, this is not a video about the original Pac-Man. This is a video about a sequel to Pac-Man that I don't see anyone talking about anymore. I feel like this particular sequel just ended up getting lost in the sands of time. But yeah, this is Super Pac-Man that we're playing today. This is an official sequel to Pac-Man. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is actually the 4th game in the Pac-Man series, because there was also Miss Pac-Man that came before this. However, Miss Pac-Man was actually made by Midway, and the game that came after that, Pac-Man Plus, was also developed by Midway, so this was actually the first Pac-Man sequel to be developed by Namco themselves, and of course Namco are now the owners of Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man Plus. They were able to acquire the rights to those games from Midway. Super Pac-Man was originally released in arcades all the way back in 1982. The premise of this particular Pac-Man game is pretty similar to the original Pac-Man. There's multiple mazes that you have to navigate, and you have to eat all of the objects within the maze in order to progress to the next level, and of course you have Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde all chasing after you, just like in the original. However, the main difference between Super Pac-Man and the original Pac-Man are the objects that you're eating in the mazes. You see, there are actually no pac-dots in any of the mazes that you have to eat in Super Pac-Man. What you gotta eat instead are fruit. Not just fruit, actually, there's also different kinds of food items like burgers and cake and even donuts. What also makes this game very different from the original Pac-Man is that a lot of those food items are locked behind doors. In order to unlock those doors, you need to acquire keys that are scattered throughout the maze. Acquiring a key will unlock a certain set of doors within the maze. The game never gives you an indication as to which set of doors the key will unlock though, so that's something you kinda have to guess. In addition to that, there's also a new type of pellet that they added into the game called a Super Pellet. The Super Pellet causes Pac-Man to become Super Pac-Man. He grows a lot larger in size, and the ghosts do not affect him at all. He can't eat ghosts when he's in his super form, and it's implied that he's actually flying over the ghosts. In fact, the arcade cabinet for Super Pac-Man shows artwork of Pac-Man wearing a cape on the bottom of the cabinet. If you hold down the start button while Pac-Man is in his super form, he also gets a massive speed boost, and that speed boost persists for as long as you hold down the start button. Now of course, just like the Power Pellet, the Super Pellet is a temporary upgrade. And much like the Power Pellet, the effect of the Super Pellet becomes a lot shorter as the levels progress. Pac-Man is also capable of just busting down all the doors in the maze when he's in his super form. You don't even need to collect all the keys. The Power Pellet is still in this game, for the record, and you need to acquire the Power Pellet in order to eat ghosts. However, you can actually combine the Power Pellet with the Super Pellet in order to not only fly over the ghosts, but also eat them at the same time, which I don't really understand how that works. And if you acquire Power Pellets while you're in your super form, you can actually extend the effect of the Super Pellet. It sounds pretty confusing, I am aware, but I am going to show you guys what exactly this game is like in just a minute. I did want to talk about this game for quite some time, and I was originally going to feature this in one of my double feature videos. However, I decided fairly recently that I just want to do a separate standalone video on this particular game. And I decided that I wanted to try and play this game now instead of waiting until sometime in the future, because I figured that since it's Pac-Man's 40th anniversary today, again, at the time I'm recording this video, I felt like it was only appropriate to cover something Pac-Man related. And I feel like there won't be any other opportune time after this to finally showcase this game, so might as well get it over and done with now, right? With all that out of the way, we are going to begin here. I am going to insert a credit. Now, I just want to get this out of the way very quickly. Yes, I am playing this on an emulator. Also, I do have the dip switches set to 5 lives because, well, I'm not good at Pac-Man at all. I have been able to get all the way up to stage 10 with 5 lives. Not sure if I'll be able to show off that many stages in this video, but I'll definitely try. So, first bonus life, we get a 30,000 points, and second bonus for 100,000. I'm pretty sure this can be changed as well. Yeah, it can, but I'm not going to change it for now because, well, not that important. And we are now going to get started. So we do have the classic Pac-Man jingle, of course, although it sounds pretty different than it did in the original. So right off the bat, these green pellets right here are the Super Pellets, and as you can see, I am very large, and I'm also going super duper fast by holding down the start button. Yeah, I do have to explain this fairly quickly, because this does go by, well, pretty quickly. Yeah, you basically have like a boost button in this game, unlike the original Pac-Man. So, this game is definitely a lot faster paced than the original, I would say. There's also this really weird thing that happens from time to time where, the ghost will just randomly pause for a second, and I'm not entirely sure what exactly that's all about, but there we go, that's the first stage completed. So, the optimal strategy to go for here, at least what I would say the optimal strategy is to try and grab the Super Pellet, and then just hold down start to just, like, boost your way through the entire maze. Yeah, you'll see that the layouts of the mazes are very different from the original as well, because you'll notice that, for one thing, we're not collecting any pac-dots here, we're actually collecting fruit, and like I said, there's also different, food items that you're collecting here too. Like I said, we will be able to eat some cake later on, and even donuts. So that's the second level completed, and just like the original Pac-Man, we do have cutscenes as well, and this is one of the cutscenes right here. So you see that Pac-Man gets a Super Pellet, and he's just flying away. he just kind of like floats away. Another thing that's also different from the original Pac-Man is that there are bonus stages. So this bonus stage, you're just collecting a bunch of donuts. So there's also this star that we can grab as well. So you'll notice that those little boxes will have different objects contained within them. So if we match up the objects in those boxes, like if the objects are the exact same as one another, and then we go and collect that star, we can obtain up to, I think, 5,000 bonus points. However, if they're not matched correctly and we go and pick up the star anyway, it only gives us 200 points. I think in some circumstances it can also give us 400, like I think in the later levels, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, my optimal strategy to go for here, like my optimal route, I guess you could say, is to try and just boost your way through all of the mazes as soon as you collect the Super Pellet. But keep in mind though that you only have 2 Super Pellets in each stage. You have 4 Power Pellet. Oh god, wait, Clyde, please get out of the way. Oh good god. Okay, well. Blinky and Pinky were like boxing me in there. I didn't really know what to do. I was trying to go for the pellet right here. There we go. Yeah, so keep in mind that you only have 2 Super Pellets in each stage, so you have to use them wisely. You can't, like, you can't waste them. Like, if you're going for the strategy that I normally use, which is just going and picking up the Super Pellets immediately and just, like, boosting all the way through the entire maze, then, yeah, you have to, like... You have to go quick, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you have to keep boosting the entire time, and you cannot stop, otherwise you're gonna lose your power-up. And like I said, as the levels progress, the effect of the upgrade, like the Super Pellets and the Power Pellets, becomes a lot shorter, so you're not gonna have as much time to actually use them anymore. Like, they're gonna have a much lesser effect on the ghosts. So that's the only issue here. Okay, I was not expecting Pinky to just change directions. I would like to go over here. Yeah, you can also, like, screen wrap horizontally by doing that. Oh, God. Oh, please and thank you. Okay, wow. There. My God. Clyde is being a little saucy today, but... Yeah, see, you also have corn on the cob, and we were also eating, like eggs, earlier, too, like, in the last stage. Like, well, not scrambled eggs, but, you know, an egg. We were just eating an egg. A well-done egg. Oh yeah, by the way, you can also enter the ghost houses at any time. I'm also, like, not paying attention at all right now, so I have to, like, I have to concentrate here a little bit. Like I said, this game is a lot faster paced than the original Pac-Man, and, well, it's difficult, to say the least. I would say that this may actually be a bit more difficult than the original Pac-Man, because you'll notice that, you know, there's a bunch of doors that are blocking you off here, and as I mentioned before, if you have the Super Pellet, you can actually bust down all of these doors without having to use keys. Here's the second cutscene, by the way, that triggers after you beat Stage 6. Yes, a big ghost, but because we have the Super Pellet, we can eat it because we're even larger than it. Oh yeah, now we're also eating shoes for some reason. Yeah, I have no idea what exactly the, you know, what the idea for all of these objects were, like all these edible objects, but yeah, this is the only level where we actually eat shoes. And if I can, like, maybe go a little bit faster here to try and get this one. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, 100 point bonus. Great. Absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, if you manage to actually beat the bonus stage before the time runs out, then you'll get a point bonus, depending on how much time you had left. I only had like 1 second left there, though, so I only got 100 points. A 100 point bonus. There we go. What is this gonna open? Yeah, there we go. So, as the stages progress, a lot of these keys will start opening doors that are actually really far away from Pac-Man. So that's where things start getting really, just, you know, really bizarre. Also, I have no Super Pellets anymore, because I wasted all of them. Here we go. Okay, see? Like, that key did not actually open up the way to the Power Pellet. Okay, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. Oh god, okay, well, that door was not opened, so I was blocked off. Dang it. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go down here. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, though, because Inky's, like, following me. Hang on a second. There. I got that key. You're blocked off. See, because the ghost cannot pass through the doors, thankfully. I do need to actually acquire the Power Pellets in order to beat the maze, which is exactly how the original Pac-Man worked as well. But yeah, you can tell that this is a very weird take on Pac-Man, and I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about it, honestly. I can't help but feel like maybe this version of Pac-Man is trying maybe a little bit too hard to innovate, or be innovative, I guess. Oh god, I should not have turned back around towards Blinky. I should have just kept going. See, because Pinky always trolls me, because she tries to get out in front of me, But sometimes she doesn't actually turn back towards me, though, and I end up, like... You know, I had a situation once when I was playing the game off screen where Pinky got in front of me, but didn't actually turn back around to face me, and Blinky was right behind me as well. I ended up, like flinching and turning into Blinky, and he ended up killing me. I'm also gonna die, by the way, because I only have 1 life left. Oh god, what do I even do? Oh, I think I'll do this, actually. I'm only getting the pellets for protection. There we go, oh god, so that they can't touch me. Oh lord! Okay, well... Look at that, Clyde's actually being kind of intelligent for once. Okay, well, I mean, I made it all the way to stage 9. I'm gonna try and show you- I didn't mean to press Q. Okay, fine then. Frick it, I don't even care about the names. I'm gonna try and show you guys how exactly I tend to play this, but... Yeah, the key here, no pun intended, is to try and prolong the effect of the Super Pellet for as long as possible. Maybe I could leave the other Super Pellet alone in case I screw it up, but... My usual objective is to just try and go for the power pellets immediately. You know, like, just boost my way towards the power pellets while also bashing down these doors and eating all of the fruit, of course. I'm not doing it correctly at all right now, though, and I'm just wasting the super pellets. I'm pretty sure that's what I should be doing. I should be leaving the other one, like, left over. So that way, in case I do screw this up, then I have something I can fall back on, which I think is what I might try to do for this level right here. There we go. So I have to try and get the pellets to try and, like, yeah, there we go, to try and prolong this for as long as possible. I mean, admittedly, it is very difficult to try and turn, like, whenever you're boosting like this. It's actually really hard, like, when you're going at that speed. Oh, geez, Clyde, please. Don't even do this right now. Dang it! It's always Pinky. It's always freaking Pinky that messes me up. Okay, hang on a second. I'm gonna try and do this now. There we go. Try and prolong the effect. And I have to get the pellets anyway. Like, I have to acquire the power pellets before I can actually beat the level. Here we go. This is the last one that I need anyway. There we go. Very nice indeed. Yeah, so the game becomes a lot harder very quickly. I have no idea if it's possible to skip the cutscenes. I don't think it is. I mean, we've already seen this bonus stage here, but I want to try and, like, actually do this correctly here, so I'm gonna see if I can. But admittedly, this is very hard to try and, like, keep up, to try and prolong this for as long as possible. Especially since it's so hard to actually, like turn around on the corners right here, but I'm trying. I'm trying here. I also didn't realize that I actually left the other one alone. Okay, well... I hesitated way too much and I still ran out of time. Yeah, so if you don't clear the bonus stage in time, you just don't get a bonus. That's just it. You still beat the stage anyway. Here we go. I'm gonna try and go a lot quicker this time. Like something like this. No. Oh god. Okay, go towards the pellet. Go towards the other pellet. Just fall back. Fall back on it. There we go. Very nice indeed. I gotta try and not box myself in. Wow, Clyde, please, my god. This is getting a little absurd right now. Hang on a moment. What is this key gonna unlock? Okay, I don't know what exactly that unlocked, but it's not gonna matter anyway, because we're done with that. We are absolutely done with that stage again, even though I'm just going through all the stages all over again, but that's fine. That's fine. It's not an issue. We just gotta boost all the way over there. That's what we gotta do. We gotta boost. There. I'm doing it a little bit better this time. I also need to keep in mind that the effect is gonna wear off a lot quicker now that I'm in the later stages. There we go. Can I... Oh my god. See, the other issue, too, is that I'm always freaking hesitating. I don't know why I get so scared whenever I play games like this. I mean, I've definitely played Pac-Man before, but it's like all the time. I hesitate so badly. Like, whenever I get nervous, my reaction times tend to go all over the place. But I'm gonna try and do this correctly. Here, go all the way to this wall, then, like, turn right here. And then, okay, yeah, grab the ghost, of course, but then, like, go through here, and then go through here, and then... professional commentary right here, there we go. See, something like that, where I'm like, you know, boosting efficiently and just eating all the corn on the cob. It definitely seems like this Pac-Man game was designed a lot more for speedrunning. This has a lot more speedrunning potential than the original Pac-Man did. I'm gonna see if I can try and do this correctly here. Again, like I said, it's very difficult to turn around on corners when you're going this fast. Or maybe I don't even need to, like, accelerate at all or even boost. Can I just go, like, the normal speed? I mean, yeah. That does actually kind of work, because I wasn't really boosting at all there. I guess it's just, like, you know, navigating the corners as efficiently as possible and not, like bumping your head on objects, like not making Pac-Man bump his head on other objects. Wait, what exactly does this open again? I don't even remember. Hang on a second. I gotta go through here. There we go. Let's try and rush through this as fast as I can. There we go. I think when I'm collecting the pellets, that causes, the effect of the Super Pellet to wear off even quicker, actually. I just realized that. That is causing the effect to wear off a lot more quickly, which is an issue. Okay, I'm not dealing with... Why is it always Clyde that kills me? He's supposed to be the dumbest. What in the world? He's supposed to be like the scaredy cat of the bunch. He's the one who's supposed to like get scared whenever I come near him. But man, Clyde has like no fear today for some reason. Yeah, you're eating cake and then you're also eating peaches now in stage 9. I believe in stage 10 you start to eat melons, if I'm not mistaken. And not watermelons, like you know, proper melons, if you know what I mean. God, yeah, I'm hesitating so much right now. Okay, Pinky, please. Oh, okay, Pinky killed me off screen, apparently. It was too graphic to show on screen. Pac-Man's murder by Pinky. Okay, I need to, like, actually think with my head right now, because I don't really know what I'm even doing anymore. Here we go. Let's... Oh my goodness, the corners are not great. The corner cutting isn't great, I mean. Where's this going? Okay, yeah, here. That's actually what I needed. That's not what that opens up. Okay, this opens up this door. Yeah, see, I don't know why the ghosts do that sometimes. They'll, like, pause for a brief moment. I don't know why they do that, though, but it doesn't matter, because I made it through that anyway. Here we go, stage 10. Yes, all the melons are worth 100 points now. So the amount of points that all of these fruit obtain, or how many points they're worth, that also increases gradually as the stages go on. I don't know if it was like that in the original Pac-Man as well, though. I don't quite remember. But I'm gonna open this up. Oh, no. Actually, I do have another Super Pellet left over, so maybe I can do this? I could also just go and grab all the keys, too. Even though I don't actually... Again, I don't need to collect the keys in order to beat the stages. I just need to collect the fruit and also all of the, okay, I need to wait for Blinky to, like, go away here. I only need to collect all of the fruit and the power pellets in order to clear the stage. Why did I just run into Blinky? I wasn't even paying attention. I apologize. Hang on a second. Okay, there's only... Hang on a second. There's only 2 left. There's 2 left. There we go. They actually paused for whatever reason. Okay, there. We're done with that. Is there another cutscene? No, but there is a bonus stage. Oh, okay. We're drinking cups of coffee now. Okay, fine. Fine by me. Oh god, yeah, see? Well, actually, I'm Super Pac-Man. I don't need to worry about the doors. What am I doing? What in the frick am I doing right now? Oh, no. There, please. I mean, admittedly, this is pretty difficult to play with a keyboard. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably be having a much easier time if I was using, like, you know, the joystick that came with the arcade cabinet. Okay, here's the cutscene. What is this cutscene? Oh, he just disappeared. And then, oh, good god, okay. Turned into a bouncy ball and actually crushed them all. Interesting. Okay, well, we're eating mushrooms now. I never saw that cutscene before. Okay, now, what are these keys even unlocking? I can no longer tell. They're just opening all sorts of random doors, like, off in the distance. And I hate it. I don't like it. Oh, go away. I need to go away. I need to get out of here. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, none of the keys I open actually... Well, it unlocked the path to the pellets, but I'm dead. So that's not gonna matter now. Man, 78,880. Okay, well, I'll actually, like, try to enter my name correctly this time. Here we go. There, just RBK for Robotnik. Yeah, see, this screen does not actually show you what the other, different types of food are, but you see you have, like, apples and bananas. Actually, it still shows them at the very bottom of the screen right here, like, if I enable the... Yeah, if I enable the cursor, like, you see all these fruit right here. You know, a cup of coffee is a fruit, obviously. Or maybe it's tea, I have no idea. I can't tell with that color. Now, something that mystifies me about this cabinet is the fact that there are difficulty settings. So, if you mess around with the dip switches here, you'll notice that you have different ranks of difficulties. You have 0, which is normal, 1, which is easiest, and then you have rank 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is medium, 7, and 8. Rank 8 is the default, apparently. Rank 9, and then you have rank A, rank B is hardest. But then these ones are really weird. Rank C, easy auto, D auto, E auto, and then F is hard auto. Now, I have no idea what difficulty rank F is exactly, but I would like to maybe try and do one more run of the game on rank F hard auto, which I have no idea what this even entails at all, but I do think I need to reset the cabinet in order to actually get this to work. Yeah, that's the startup screen, by the way, whenever you boot up the cabinet. Yeah, so I don't know what exactly this difficulty is all about. Rank F hard auto, but we can at least try here. I know that it also wiped my high score, but I don't necessarily care about that. Okay, so how much more difficult is this exactly? Because I have no idea. Right now it doesn't seem that much more difficult. I'm kind of just like breezing through this like I was before. There we go. Grab that one. There we go. Very nice. Again, trying to boost efficiently, which I'm not really good at doing, but then again, I didn't really practice that much off screen trying to do it, so that's probably why. You know, I can try to improve at this just to get even better. Of course. I don't know if I want this star. Oh, there we go. Well, I got 2,000 points for actually lining up the food items correctly that time. But I think that increases to 5,000 in the later levels, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, this is just a bonus stage. We don't even have enemies in this stage, but let's see if we can try and complete this a lot quicker. There we go. Something like this. I would like to try and maybe screen wrap like that, just to try and, oh my god, get to the freaking donuts, please. My goodness. Okay, don't hesitate either. There we go. Just make a straight beeline. There we go. There. 1,600. Yeah, you basically have a... You have a boost button in this game. And Pac-Man also has unlimited boost whenever he is in his super form. So, just keep that in mind. I imagine that this game will probably upset a lot of, like, Pac-Man purists. I mean, it probably did upset a lot of purists back when it first came out, because, I mean, this is pretty different from your standard Pac-Man fare, for absolute sure. You know, unlocking doors with keys, and I mean, Pac-Man's basically eating the keys. Okay, well, I just got, like, yeah, I got ganged up there. It was like a team takedown, is what you just saw right there. Okay, let me try and do this a bit better. There we go. That's a little bit better. Because, I mean, it's going to force me to go even quicker, since the effect of the Super Pellet is going to wear off a lot more quickly in the later levels. I wonder if maybe I should just avoid getting the pellets, but at the same time, that also increases, like, you know, the duration of the Super Pellet as well. So, I'm not really sure. I'm still trying to think of like, a good strategy for, you know, efficiently clearing all these levels, like, as fast as I can. I'm just gonna, you know, oh my goodness, okay, there we go. Freaking juked. Let's go over here. What else do I need to eat? Please? Oh, wow, okay, Clyde. Turn the tide against Clyde. There we go. My goodness. That right there was a proper juke, though. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's different with this hard auto difficulty, guys, because I'm not noticing a difficulty increase of any sort. This is like the, This almost reminds me of the ultra-hard difficulty from Pac-Man Arrangement that seems to change, like, absolutely nothing. Because if you guys remember when I did my Pac-Man Arrangement video back in 2014, I was actually playing that game on the hardest difficulty available, which is ultra-hard. Didn't seem all that difficult to me. Well, I mean, it did become very difficult in the later stages, but, like, early on, it was kind of like, I don't really see that much of a difference, honestly. I'm not sure if there actually is a difference. Like, I still don't know if that actually, like, changes anything with the AI of the ghosts at all. I don't know if that makes them more or less difficult to deal with. I do not know what I'm doing anymore. Why am I going down here? No. See, I saw through that time, though. Okay, well, I didn't see through that. I didn't know you were gonna do, like, a 180. Here, I want to just eat some corn, please. There we go. Let me have my corn. Just gobble up all that corn. I can't even speak tonight. Bonus stage. Let's eat all the shoes. Okay, well, you guys have already seen that bonus stage already, so I don't feel the need to show that off again. Yeah, see? Now that we're in stage 8, the power pellets only last for, like, a second. Like, look at this. It just runs out almost immediately. This is insane. Because I imagine that the game is basically supposed to become impossible at this point. I would imagine. There we go. At least got that cake. Try eating all the keys in the meantime. Again, I don't know why they do that. Why do they just pause for a minute? I don't understand that. Yeah, you just go the other way, Pinky. Oh no, I'm going this way. Yeah, see, they're also faster than me as well. There we go. Block Clyde off at least. There. I mean, I got cornered anyway, but I still wanted to go and at least grab the cake. Yeah, I'm not really noticing that much of a difference. I don't know if maybe auto means that all the ghosts automatically chase you, or they target you directly. I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between this difficulty and all the other difficulties, because it just looks like the exact same. I don't really know. This is suspicious. Suspicious in the sense that it doesn't seem to change jack crap with the game. I do not know what is going on right now. Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave that alone for the time being. Okay, I'm gonna try and rush through this as quick as I can. Yeah, see, this is not giving me enough time to prolong this, though. Doesn't really give me that much of a chance. I think this key will unlock those doors. Okay, well, it unlocks one set of doors. Okay, where was I even supposed to go? I'm just gonna go here and then just eat all this. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die on the melon stages, though, because I see no way that I'm gonna be able to beat this and not actually lose a life in the process. Yeah, you go away, Clyde. You just mosey on out of here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I cannot turn. I can't turn. I probably should not have gone in there because I didn't realize that the door was blocked off. Okay, well, that was bizarre. I did not notice, like, any difference whatsoever. I don't even know what they mean by auto. I thought auto meant that the game would just play itself, but instead of, like, you know, like a demo mode that, you know, the game would actually think I was playing it, even though it was being controlled by an AI, like Pac-Man was being controlled by an AI. But either way, guys, I don't really have anything more to say about this version of Pac-Man. I mean, that's basically it. You've seen the entire game, so yeah, Super Pac-Man. It's Pac-Man, but you need to grab keys and fruit instead of pac-dots. I mean, there's still power pellets that you have to grab and eat, and you can, you know, you can still eat all the ghosts. But this Pac-Man game is a lot less about eating dots and more about, well, eating fruit that's locked behind doors. Like, not just fruit, there's also some vegetables thrown in there too, like mushrooms. You know, there's a nice assortment of different food items here for Pac-Man to enjoy. It's like a giant buffet, including shoes, apparently. I'm pretty sure you can also eat the flagship from Galaxian in this game as well, which wouldn't be unlike the original Pac-Man either. But I don't have much more to say about it beyond that, guys. I mean, it's Pac-Man. What more is there to say about freaking Pac-Man? It's a very bizarre take on Pac-Man, though. You know, you have to acquire keys to unlock doors so you can actually go and get all the items that you need to beat the maze. It's definitely bizarre, and the fact that you can also, like, give Pac-Man a speed boost when he's in his super form, it definitely feels like there's more potential for high-level play than in the original Pac-Man. You know, I feel like this Pac-Man game in particular is a lot faster paced due to the fact that there's a button you can press to make Pac-Man move faster when he's in his super form. Like I said, it's all about figuring out a proper path through the maze and trying to maintain that super form by eating the power pellets. Because like I said, you can prolong the effect of the super pellet by eating the power pellets too. But if there is one criticism that I could leverage against this game, I do kind of feel like the maze designs are a little bland. Because I believe all of the maze layouts in Super Pac-Man are the exact same. I mean, there is the kind of neat switch up at the third stage where the keys that you acquire start opening up different sets of doors, like doors that are further away from Pac-Man instead of doors that are close by to him. Although I feel like that kind of makes the game a bit more infuriating to play after a while, because at that point you can't even predict which set of doors the keys will unlock. It basically becomes a guessing game at that point, because the game establishes early on that the keys that Pac-Man can acquire will open up doors that are close by to Pac-Man, but then it just reverses those rules later on. I don't know, I feel like the maze designs this time are not really as interesting as they were in the original Pac-Man. And I mean, the original Pac-Man only used a single maze layout, but still, it was way more intricate and complex than, well, the maze designs in Super Pac-Man, that's for sure. At the same time, though, I really do like the fact that this is a much speedier version of Pac-Man. Like, again, I feel like this has way more speedrunning potential than the original Pac-Man does, because Pac-Man only has one speed in the original, and honestly, it's a little bit slow for my liking, so I kinda like the fact that there's actually a boost option you can get when you acquire a Super Pellet. If you're skilled enough with the joystick, then you can make those really sharp turns, but my god, is it ever difficult to do that on a keyboard. But you know what? I think I'm actually gonna keep practicing, because I feel like I can get better and better if I just practice enough. I feel like eventually, if I try hard enough, I'll come up with a consistent path through all the mazes, you know, to try and beat the level as quickly as humanly possible. But yeah, I just wanted to do a video on this particular Pac-Man game today, because because it's Pac-Man's 40th anniversary, but also I feel like this Pac-Man game doesn't get talked about anywhere near as much as either the original Pac-Man, or Miss Pac-Man, or, you know, Pac-Man Championship Edition. So I wanted to showcase a very obscure Pac-Man game, made by Namco, mind you, that you might not have heard of before. It is an interesting take on Pac-Man for absolute sure, and it does feel much faster paced than the original. At the same time though, if you're a Pac-Man purist, like if you just prefer the simple gameplay of the original Pac-Man, then this might not be for you. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think I actually prefer this version of Pac-Man over the original. Like, I'm dead serious. But that's only because I feel like it's a lot faster, because, like I said, there's a boost button. Of course, that boost button can only be used when you have a Super Pellet, but still, if you're just acquiring Power Pellets, then you can sustain it. But if you want a more traditional Pac-Man experience, then you're probably better off playing either the original Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man, or if you want something a bit more modern, the Pac-Man Championship Edition games. If you want to see some of the other Pac-Man videos that I've done on my channel over the years, there are some links in the description where I have linked my videos for Pac-Man 256 and Pac-Man Championship Edition DX+, which I'll also add in the end slate for this video. I'll add them as end cards that you can actually click on, and it'll take you straight to the video. And the reason I'm mentioning that here is because I can't provide you guys with a download link to Super Pac-Man, of course, because I'm playing this on an emulator, it's a ROM file, it's a legal gray area, I don't want to get in trouble, so go find it yourself. Google's your friend. But if you are looking for more Pac-Man content from my channel in particular, I do have a couple of other Pac-Man videos that I've done over the years that you can also go check out. For now, though, thanks as always for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Later!